Steering wheel already off for Reddick as he's celebrating, burning it down right up against the fence. And he's going to climb out while he's doing his burnout. This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. What a run for Reddick. And what a show he has put on for the fans. Dave's down there with him.
Yeah, Rick, they love that. They didn't see anything like that before. The steering wheel maybe, but then to stand on the gas and do that, man, that was great. And you are through to the round of 12, Tyler.
Yeah, I knew Newman said I could get my hand out my wheel, but I got my whole body out doing that burnout. But just an outstanding job by this whole 2311 team. I mean, we had really good pace, but just couldn't get ahead of Denny there. But chaos ensued. You know, people stayed out. Some took 2 tires, and the bottom lane opened up. Pretty crazy.
Describe that, going from 5th to 1st, and like you said, there are all kinds of different strategies. You had the 4 fresh.
Yeah, 4 fresh tires and send it in there and slide up. So just hats off, like I said, to everybody at 2311. This Toyota Camry TRD had a lot of pace, and we've had a really fast cars with this money line scheme, and it's really great to get it back to victory lane.
And I think showing everyone else, too, that the 45 is to be reckoned with all the way to Phoenix, right?
Well, I hope so, but I just think we came here in the spring. I broke the streak, and I didn't get the 45 back in victory lane, so I came back here motivated to get it where it belongs.
Extra motivation. Rick, remember last year it ended in disappointment for Tyler here. This year, the big win.
Yeah, guys, and Denny, he led 63 laps, possibly had the best race car here today. What happened on that final restart? It just looked like you didn't get going.
Well, the 5 was just laying back so much. I was trying to back up to him. So I just kind of focused forward probably. You know, gave the 45 an opportunity to get up there in front of us. So just, you know, kind of sleeping on the restart, looking in the rear view instead of looking in the front. But hats off to the Yahoo team, Camry TRD team, just another really, really fast car. It just didn't need that caution at the end.
Guys, that's the point there, right? Watching the back, trying to time those restarts, just mistimed at the end.
Erik Jones with a 3rd place finish after changing a transaxle, barely made it to the grid for the race. Those last laps, what could you have done differently?
Yeah, I just needed to clear the 22 and 3 and 4, which, you know, tried to do all I could. It's just, you know, when a guy gets loose under you and kind of runs you up, you get tight too, and so I had to lift. And then the 45 obviously had a big run there. So you want to be frustrated, but you got to be happy with the run. You know, I think all day the Allegiant Chevy was fast, and we were up in contention. And, you know, we were able to drive through the field a handful of times. So it was a good day. It's a lot fast, probably the fastest car we've had all year, and would love to, you know, sneak one out there. But our year's been up and down, and have a good run like that is just a good day for the team.
Hard to believe, but the first top 5 finish for Legacy MC.
Bubba Wallace had a fast race car, almost one stage, one finish, 2nd there, and then you had the right rear tire go down. Did it give you any warning that was happening?
No, I got loose. I got loose like 5 laps before, but I realized that was kind of like my line and my approach to exit turn 4. And then 3 or 4 laps later, it blew out. No indication going into 1. So I'm pissed at myself. I wasn't closer to the fence. Maybe we would have got by with less damage, but you're never going to get a flat tire or blow a tire when you're running 20th. You're going to get it when you're really fast and lights out versus the competition. And the 5 was kicking our ass for sure, but then something happened to them and they weren't a factor, and the 11 and the 45 come out of nowhere. So congrats to Tyler. I'm pumped for him for sure. I'm glad he listened to me because I was running him down, and then he got a little sketched out that I was close to him trying to help him. He's a little mental case sometimes, but hey, it all worked out. He got his dub, and proud of him. Kept the 45 streak at Kansas in the fall going, so it's good.
Bubba Wallace's 23 team, not the result they want, but keeping it loose.
Kyle Busch comes home in the 7th position after starting from the rear. I know you wanted more of that restart, but did you get what you wanted out of the day?
Yeah, I think we got more than we should have, or more than what we were capable of there. Just unfortunate for us that, you know, we were kind of in that spot to right on the line of take 2, take 4, and obviously if you take 2, you can get further up, but you know you're going to lose a few spots to the guys that take 4. So, you know, with what we had right there, it was the right call, and we got the most out of what we could. I got in a really bad aero spot one time on that last restart and probably lost one more spot than I should have. But all in all, just we fought hard all day, all weekend. Thanks to the guys, everybody at RCR, ECR. This Casey's Camaro had good speed in it today from what we had and endured yesterday and crashing in practice and coming through with no qualifying and being able to fight up to the front there. So good run, solid finish, still alive next week.
Kyle Larson led the most laps today, and most of the time seemed like you had the fastest car. Did it just come down to decision making, you and the team?
Yeah, we got kind of bit there. I think it started with me. You know, I was the leader, and know that the bottom lane is the better lane to restart in as a control car. I just wanted to try the outside. I had one from there earlier in the race, and I just wanted to learn. And ended up losing control, and then Chase was in front of us, and then we both stayed out there. And the 12 poked my outside, and I was trying to run hard through 1 and 2, and I got really loose and had to almost crashed. And then just got ate up from there, and basically just tried to nurse it to the next pit stop, and then fight again. And that's what we did. Just kind of took ourselves out of it. But all in all, it was still a great weekend. Qualified well, won a stage, had the best car today for sure. We could drive off to a big lead. So we'll just take the positives from the day and then roll on to Bristol, a track that we run really well at, and try to put it all together.
Kyle, what was going on with that late pit stop? It was kind of jammy getting off pit road. Looked like you got moved up into your teammate.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I've seen it right there. We were just, from my vantage point, I knew we were 3 wide leaving, and I knew. Well, I didn't know, but at the time, the 6 pitted in front of us, and I just I'm trying to leave as much space as I can. He's coming out into the lane, quickly because the 6 wants to slow us down, and. I tried to leave as much space as I could. Obviously, I made contact with him, but I felt like if I didn't, I was going to clobber the 6, right in the right front. And I thought the safest bet for all of us was for me to squeeze out a little bit. So I understand why he's mad or was mad in the moment. I hope when he sees a replay, he understands that I didn't have any space or not much, just inches. So just a bummer, but I'm glad that neither of us got tore up there and we could get a good finish.
All right, Kyle's a Darlington winner, 4th today on a hard-fought day with a fast car, Rick.
Yeah, and Chase Elliott finished in 6th after that restart. As we see Jeff Gordon coming over to talk to him.
Joey Logano gets a top 5 here at Kansas, but that doesn't really describe this day, because I don't know if you guys had top 5 speed in this race car, had a late race strategy call, and we're in contention to win it there at the end.
Yeah, Paul made an amazing call of putting 2 tires on, taking that risk, and really kind of thought more people would have done it. So glad they didn't. Gave us the opportunity to see the front and restart behind Suarez there on old tires. I had the opportunity to go 3 wide at the bottom, and that was my chance. And I could see the lead, and I think I was in the lead for a little bit, and then I couldn't quite clear to 43. If I could have cleared to 43, I think I would have had something to maybe hold off the 45 for another lap. But once we came off the corner door to door, it just allowed Reddick to have such a huge run and just blow our doors off, and I couldn't stop that. So at that point, I chose to try to stop the 43s. That was the only car I could pass at that point because we had the same tires. But overall, got some points with our Mustang, and we're above the cut more than we were when we came in. So that's good for the Shell Pennzoil team, and we'll fight again at Bristol.
Positive day for Joe Logano and the 22 team.
Christopher Bell's day was certainly up and down. Christopher, how would you describe it?
I don't know. To walk out of here with an 8th is probably about what we had coming. So whenever you have green, white checkers like that, you can get a pretty bad finish out of it easily. So I'm happy that it shook out the way it did. Ultimately, I was hoping to be a little bit more competitive today and thought we would be after qualifying and practice. But, good points today, got some stage points, and we'll move on to Bristol. And it's going to be a dramatic one, that's for sure.
We know you sure have some short run speed with your 2nd pole in a row, but it seems like some issues still to clean up on pit road and maybe a little race pace you're looking for, pit road and race pace to fix a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's been plenty of races where we've had backside speed and not frontside speed. So it is what it is. We haven't put it all together yet, but we're still in the hunt, so I'm thankful for that.
Good news is he's still above the cut line.
Ryan Blaney's 12th place finish puts him plus 25 to the good headed into Bristol. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, better than when we came in. So overall, not a bad day. Wabash Ford Mustang was pretty decent on short runs, and long runs we would just kind of fall off a little bit too hard, just build super loose and lose a little speed. But then the last restart didn't really work out with us. We took 4 and restarted way in the back and could only get to 12th. But proud of the stage points we made, proud of the short run speed. Just hopefully we can continue to learn. But yeah, I feel decent about the cut line. Just have to go to Bristol and have another good night.
William Byron had a day where you spun out and got all the way back to 15th. Talk to me through this one.
Oh, she was loose. Yeah, I don't know. It just, you know, once the track took a set in stage 1, kind of got all the rubber from yesterday's race off the track, it seemed like we were just free from that point on. And, yeah, I didn't know how free in that first stage. I just let the 45 go, and it just came around on me. And we tried a lot of things to tighten it up after that point, and our Raptor Chevy just kept building to the same spot on the long run. So we would just start tighter, but build to a similar spot after 15 laps, I would say. So a lot of work to do to kind of figure out what that was, but just tough. You know, we had to kind of maintain on the long runs and just finish a solid race. We really needed to finish there. So happy with that. Happy with our team's effort. You know, worked really hard on it. So we'll go to work at Bristol. It looks like we're plus 41, so we just got to have a good, solid couple stages there.
24 team has a good buffer going to Bristol. Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.